Namaste, Namaskar, Vanakkam, Sastriyakal, and welcome back to Grow with the Jan family.
I'm Anjali.
And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. You guys know we're not really a political channel, but when it comes to India and the country, we like to support it. And we know Prime Minister Modi is here in the U.S.
Yes.
And they're doing a big Howdy Modi celebration, and we're not able to go, which we are sad about because it's too far away, partly. But we're going to celebrate here at home and hopefully get to see some of it on YouTube or on TV. We're really excited that he's going to give a speech. But we also know that he's here because he's going to go to the UN. And we know that Prime Minister IMRAN is also here to go to the UN. But his intention is to talk about Kashmir. And so we've done a few other things on Kashmir, and at least here in the U.S. we feel like the voice is not loud enough. And so if that's the way it is here, you wonder how it is around the world. And so we would like India's voice to be loud and to be heard. And so we would like Prime Minister Modi to also speak about Kashmir, giving facts, like Christine Fair, like the ambassador of India here in the U.S. did, and just letting people know what the facts are and letting people decide, and just having a loud, strong Indian voice be heard. So I'm very excited about Prime Minister Modi being here, and to learn a little bit more about both of them, we're doing this video that's about Imran Khan, Prime Minister Imran Khan, and Prime Minister Modi. We found this, and we're going to do that next.
Yes.
Start it up, Anji.
Round 1.
Prime Minister Imran Khan.
Admitted to ball tampering.
I would like you to admit that as captain of the team, if you are scratching it is, and the leader of the bowling fraternity on your team, it is absolutely inevitable that others will.
No, but this is debatable. No, but this is again.
You brought those two along, didn't you? They came in your shadow.
Yeah,
did you or didn't you? Answer me.
I did.
If you hadn't lifted a seam or scratched a ball, do you think you would have gotten as many wickets?
I wonder.
The Warwickshire second innings finished quite suddenly with Imran Khan taking the last 6 wickets in a very short space of time with some very accurate bowling. As my colleague and I left the field, I noticed that a piece of the ball was sticking up, and upon a closer inspection, it could be seen that this piece was the triangle of leather which joins the cross seam and quarter seam. The stitching did not appear to be frayed, but more as if it had been cut, and the piece, which was proud of the ball, was large enough to be able to hold the ball by it.
Well, thrown up into the air.
First of all, I would say that he is man enough to make a decision and admit that, he's admitted that the ball tampering has been going on and he's done it himself.
Yeah,
what I'm saying that is did not visualize the effect or the damage it will create to the country and to the Pakistan cricket.
And he's the Prime Minister now?
Well, my main concern is that, obviously, as Bash said earlier, that Imran's been a fantastic role model to young people. But I've actually seen personally myself, boys, 12, 13, 14-year-olds, actually getting hold of a ball and scratching it. And that worries me. Because obviously people like Imran, they have a responsibility to these young people, and when they do make these comments, and obviously there's been a lot in the press as well, the young people are naturally going to try to copy their ideas.
If you had the opportunity to go back in time, with the knowledge of the consequences of what you said, would you say that again?
I would not have mentioned the bottle top.
No, of course not. I wouldn't have mentioned that. Why would I say that now, knowing what I get myself in trouble?
Yeah. Married 3 times, twice divorced.
Known as a playboy and a politician. Drugs. So you see the progression of his wives from a little bit more playboy side and then a little bit more extreme.
Yeah.
He compromised using the blasphemy card against minorities, those that he vowed to support and to stand by. is executing orders. But knowing him from a completely, the fact that not only because of knowing him through a personal relationship, but what has he ever stood by? He has severe memory loss issues. Why did I marry the men that I married? And why that should be something that girls should be made aware of. And we are not made aware of those things. Even when we're well educated from privileged backgrounds, certain things are not taught to us. And even corporate women in the corporate sector, professional women, can make mistakes. And so it's really my expose, not an expose about other people.
Yeah, he's been threatening war for a while lately with Kashmir.
I just don't want to kill 10 million people. Does that make sense to you? I don't want to kill 10 million people. I have plans on Afghanistan that if I wanted to win that war, Afghanistan would be wiped off the face of the earth. It would be gone. It would be over in literally in 10 days. We are going to, that's right, we were paying 1.3 billion to Pakistan as aid.
Strong
working for many years. The problem was Pakistan, this is before you, Pakistan was not doing anything for us. They were really, I think, subversive. They were going against us. And this is something we'll be I ended that about a year and a half ago, the $1.3 billion. And of course, they gave $150 billion plus $1.8 billion in green, beautiful cash. That's called many plane loads of cash. I think Pakistan would like to have some of that cash. So a lot of you don't know this, but we dropped the largest non-nuclear bomb ever built.
Trump doesn't mess.
We dropped it in Afghanistan. We were getting ready to make many of those bombs. This left a hole that was, it took out a lot of the tunnels and everything else, but it left a hole in the earth that looked like the moon. It looked like a crater from the moon, still there. It was, nobody's ever seen anything like it. People heard it 15 miles away. They said, what was that? It shook the earth. Non-nuclear, the largest ever made by far. And they were going to make many of them. And I said, no, we don't have to. I don't want to drop that. I don't want to do that. So many easy solutions. That's actually the easy solution. And they'd come in and they'd say, let's have peace, but you don't have to do that. I think we're going to be very successful without having to go that route. And
we will be giving you good news about the two hostages in a while.
Oh my God, that's what he says.
What kind of hostages? Like,
why do you have hostages? Chokes up when he speaks about the country. Yeah, exactly.
लेकिन मैं गर्व से कहता हूं कि जब मैंने गुजरात छोड़ा था तो ये जो मुझे मिलती थी चीजें मैं उसका लगातार ऑक्शन करता था पब्लिक में और ऑक्शन करके उससे जो पैसा आता था वो मैं गर्ल चाइल्ड एजुकेशन के लिए सरकार में डोनेट कर देता था
That's really nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's the kind of prime minister you want.
और करीब करीब
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने
स्वच्छ भारत का इरादा कर लिया हमने देश से अपने ये वादा कर लिया हमने
हिंदुस्तान का अगर भला करना है मैं साफ इस बात को समझता हूं
So he's stopping his speech for prayer because it's prayer going on outside.
President, can you clarify your position on whether you will mediate on Kashmir, please?
Well, we spoke last night about Kashmir, and the
Such
Prime
speaks so
Minister
differently.
Yeah.
really feels he has it under control.
front of
And
Modi.
they speak with Pakistan, and I'm sure that they will be able to do something that will be very good.
You want to
We
add
spoke
something?
about it last night as well.
Mr. Modi, do you want to add?
It's more respectful.
Yeah.
I feel that you should.
I just want to thank the Prime Minister. He's a great leader right here.
Would you allow him to have nuclear
Does he have
weapons?
hostages? No. Yeah. Which one would you choose, right?
Yeah.
To be your prime minister. Wow, that really shows both sides, you know. If you had to choose, who would you choose?
Exactly.
I know what the Jan family would choose. We support Modi and we support India, and you can see the difference in character between the two in this video. You know, somebody who's, you know, done some cheating in the past and womanizing and many other things on the list of things he promised and never did. And then somebody who dedicates his life to the country and is just trying to do things to make it better.
Yeah.
So
and my favorite part that he did was when he got his hands dirty. So he's like helping people and showing people what to do. He's like giving an example to people of, especially of like the younger age, like me, or like, you know, someone younger, so they can like learn from that and learn like it doesn't matter how big you are, you still have to help out.
Everybody has to pitch in.
Yeah.
Right? It's like your home, except it's your country. So if everybody helps clean up your home, you know, and then it becomes bigger. And yeah, he is amazing. And, you know, hugging the scientist, that pretty much gets me every time, you know, that Chandrayaan launch was amazing.
Yeah.
And the fact that he went and then stayed.
And he didn't get angry.
No, he could have been angry. He could have not come at
Yeah.
all. But the fact that he came and then
He hugged
stayed
the
to give a
scientist.
speech the next day,
Yeah.
and then knew the scientist, and he really hugged him.
Yeah.
So this really shows, you know, who you really want to be a leader. But this is really our way of getting some info out there. We really just want to support India, support Modi, and, you know, when it comes to Kashmir, have a voice. Be loud, be heard, and only good things can come from this, right?
Yes.
So we hope you like this video.
And if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button down below, because the more you like it, the more YouTube shows our videos.
And don't forget to subscribe and join our wonderful family, and we'll see you
tomorrow. Bye.